Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to give you a few tips on installing the Humminbird 899ci HD side imaging unit on a 2009 Fast Tracker Pro Team 175. Pretty sweet unit here, guys. Of course, down scan, side imaging, of course your sonar. It is 360 compatible. It's got all your mapping. So that's that. But first thing you want to do is determine where you want to mount your unit. If you're more than 6 foot away from your fuse box, you're going to have to add on to the factory cable, because you cannot buy a longer cable. It only comes like 6 foot. Now on this boat there is a cable that you can tie into underneath this panel up here. I chose just to make leaders and run my own wire, but you can tie into that cable if you'd like. Now I believe it's 18 gauge that comes on the power cable. I bought some 16 gauge and I made 2 leaders, 6 foot long each, so I got a 12 foot power cable now. And when I splice the two together, I use the butt splice waterproof connectors. They have heat shrink on them. This is 22 to 18 gauge, but it does fit the 16 gauge. And on the other end of the wire, I put the female disconnect. Again, 22 to 18 gauge, but 16 gauge works fine with these. And again, I used all red wire, but so you can determine which one's positive and which one's negative. I took a black magic marker and I marked one of the wires. I just striped it. You can see it's got black on it. It's there, right there. I striped up and down this wire, so I knew that one was the negative. Then I also, on one of these connectors here, I took a marker and I colored the end black, so I knew which one was negative. But you can go underneath that panel. There's a hole right on the corner here. That's where I got that wire going, right in the corner. I got it coming through this compartment here. There's a hole up here in this corner. There's another hole in this corner going to the fuse box. There's a fuse box. I got a 3 amp fuse. You can see the 2 bottom ones here. These are both 3 amp. One is my 598 and one is the 899. I was told before you can run a 5 amp fuse on the Humminbirds, but you should actually have a 3 amp fuse. So 3 amp, I got 2 of them there. And that's the only 2 wires you have to run to the fuse box, the positive and the negative. Now to install the transducer. I'll go and show you guys how I did that. Okay, got the transducer right here. I'm using the transducer shield and saver. Now you can see I got mine over here to the left. You can move them right up to the skeg, but when I did that, the transducer was rubbing on the way up and then on the way into the water here, and it was kind of catching. I didn't want to damage the transducer. If you damage this, it's 300 bucks. So like I said, I wanted to make sure I wasn't scuffing it up. And I'll make sure to use my foot pedal when I bring the trolling motor up, so I'm not banging the hell out of it, you know, on the base here. But that's that. I got it running down the shaft here, just using zip ties. Leave a loop here so you can turn the head. You're gonna leave some extra cable there. Then on this here, on this clamp, there's a hole. You can run the wire through that hole, coming out the other side there. I got 2 zip ties up here. Leave another loop here so you can move the head up and down, you know, for different depths and all that. Then I ran it back down the frame. You can run it down the main cable here, but I heard if you do that, you will get electrical noise. So I ran it back down the frame. And I use these, I'm not sure what they're called, some type of holder for the zip ties. And I took off the factory tape that came with it, and I bought some heavy duty waterproof tape that I have underneath here now. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those on the frame. I got 1 here on the boat. And then I just used these little, not sure what you call these. These are the screws that are already in this plate. I bought these little plastic clamps, and there's a hole in the clamp. You just put the screw through the hole, wrap it around the wire here, holds it in place. And I got another one down here. I just have the other wire, the rest of the wire, just coiled up here behind the unit. It's kind of waste of space anyways. And I have a zip tie going through the ram mount, and then I got that strapped to it. And that's what I used to. I got the heavy duty ram mount. But I was going to drill a hole up here and run the wire down and then bring it back up, but I really didn't want to drill into the boat again. And this really works out great. Because I may end up tucking it underneath here, but for now, that works pretty good. But that's it, guys. Hope those few tips helped you guys out. It's a really simple process. You know, I definitely wouldn't pay anybody to do this. And do some more research on YouTube. I'm sure there's more videos on there than just mine. And do it yourself and you know, save a few bucks. But anyways, guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.